For 6 rounds in the featherweight division, scoring ringside. Our judges are Joe Faberstein, along with Daniel Sandoval and Carla Caiz. Introducing first, the fighter standing in the blue corner. He enters the ring wearing red with silver and gold trim on the scale. He registered a ripped and ready 123 3/4 pounds. And tonight, he enters the Red Owl boxing ring with a record of 9 victories. Against 2 losses, 1 bout even, 5 of those victories coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Anaheim, California, Jessie Super Mandapat. Across the ring in the red corner, wearing black with multicolored trim, he weighed in at an identical 123 3/4 pounds tonight. This amateur standout looks to remain undefeated as a pro as he puts it all on the line inside the Red Owl boxing ring, including his undefeated record of 5-0. 2 of those victories coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of Oxford, PA, it's chatter time. Cornelllio Phipps. Our referee with final instructions, Gerard White.
Okay, gentlemen, we went over the rules in the press room. Both of you know what I expect out of you. A good, solid, clean fight. Don't let them work to about right here. You can work to right here. Let's touch them up. Let's go to work.
So we are ready to go. Cornelllio Phipps and Jessie Mandapat. Mandapat to get back in the win column here tonight. Phipps coming off a 6-round split decision victory over Sharon Carter in May of this year in Philly. And we are underway. This one scheduled for 6. As mentioned, 2 men who won national amateur titles here in the U.S. during their time in the unpaid ranks. Cornelllio Phipps, part of a stacked youth amateur team that the U.S. had. Won bronze at the 2022 IBA World Youth Championships.
Yeah, he's been busy. And when you turn pro, this is the kind of circuit you need to be on, staying busy and active as a professional. So right now, Cornelllio trying to control that range and that distance, and look at that.
Couple good left hooks connect on the inside there from Phipps, who comes over the top of the right hand as well.
Jesse's allowing him to. Jesse's got to use that range. You know, I don't think Jesse's as tall as the paper says. Paper says that Mr. Cornelllio here is only 5'5". I think he's a little taller than that. But whatever the case may be, we know that Jessie is a legit 5'10". He's not using that height.
Drop down, baby.
Mandapat spent some time under the Freddie Roach and wildcard learning tree. It was a dream come true for a man who, as you might imagine, idolized Manny Pacquiao as a Filipino-American. Went on one of those runs in the hills with Manny when he was a kid as well. Quite an inspirational time for him.
The things you never forget. You know, one thing I feel he has forgotten is that Manny Pacquiao is a very busy fighter. Jessie allows his opponents to get all up on him. Get in there, get in his business, like right here with Mr. Cornelllio, getting all in Jessie's business right now.
He's found a home for that lead right hand, make it 2 in a row, and that left hook comes right behind it. Boy, these are dangerous-looking exchanges for Mandapat already, Sean.
Absolutely. For both guys, it can be dangerous, but I think especially dangerous for Mandapat. I don't think he carries the kind of power that we can see Phipps has. Right here, this is the range that Jessie should be working at. That jab should be consistent. Keep that right hand out there in your opponent's face.
There you go. Let's go.
I like Mr. Cornellio's gloves. Check them out.
Are those puzzle pieces? Body shot there from Phipps as we try and put those pieces together for you.
Reminds me of Super Mario. I don't know why.
See a lot more feints here from Phipps, Sean, maybe trying to draw Mandapat into reaching a little bit, which you suggested he not do in this fight. That's a good shot from Mandapat, though.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, I think the thing for, what do you call himself? Chatter time. I think the thing for him is he's being first. He's being first, and now he's trying to feint and force Jessie to do something. He wants to see what Jessie's got.
Closing moments here of the opening round. A good one for the 20-year-old Cornelllio Phipps.
stepping back in this range of fire. Step to the left, okay? You got me? All right. So keep using the things to step up. Ball. All right? All right? So you stepping on what you're doing. All right? You can get inside. Don't hop back. All right? Outside way. Out to your left. All right? He's trying to line you up. Don't let him line you up. Keep finishing. All right?
Busy first round for Mr. Cornelio Phipps. Working his way in. Nice straight right hand landed right there. Ending it with the hook. Those are the punches that work on the southpaw when you're an orthodox fighter. Straight right hands. Like that right there. That's good work coming from Cornelio. Getting in Jessie's business right there.
So round 2 now underway, and with more on Jessie Mandapat, let's welcome Ray Flores back in. Ray, what do you have for us?
Well, Jessie Mandapat is seeking double-digit victories tonight as he collides against Cornelio Phipps. The Southern California native wants to get back in the win column. As you guys mentioned, he came up short to Jose Ramirez in his last outing. At 27 years of age, he's gotten some quality sparring over the years, sparring with former featherweight world champion Luis Alberto Lopez. The Filipino feels he has all the tools necessary to hand Phipps the first loss of his career.
He is eating some shots right now. Jessie Mandapat came out fired up for this round. You can see the emotion on his face, but maybe getting the best of him in these exchanges. Mandapat trying to fire back 2 shots right down the pipe, but Cornelio Phipps obviously emboldened by wobbling Mandapat there a moment ago.
Absolutely. I mean, that was a big exchange right there. I think a little cleaner, a little shorter with his shots, and Phipps might have did a little more damage than he did right there. Jessie's thing is he's got to work from the outside. He's standing there. He's just waiting on Phipps to do something. He's got to be the dictator here.
Body shot there a moment ago from Phipps. A couple of clashes of heads have transpired in the midst of some of these chaotic exchanges as well.
Yeah, I mean, classic when you got a southpaw and an orthodox fighter. We know how those angles go. But see, this is my thing. Again, with Jessie, he's allowing his opponent to get too close to him. He's got to take a step back when he punches. It's a funny thing, right? Normally, you take punch going forward, but with the shorter guy who's coming at you, you take steps back and you punch. And I think that that's something that Jessie must not have been taught. He's starting to do it a little bit here now, create that distance between his punches.
Yeah, starting to fire that left hand as well. And listen, to put a positive spin on this for Mandapat, Sean, he's anything but gun-shy coming off of a stunning knockout loss.
Absolutely. I mean, I think that was the main thing is when you come off of that kind of loss, that kind of knockout, who are you now? You know, once the fire gets going, you got to get down with it.
Inside the final minute here of round 2.
So he's very game. I just want to see him be more effective with I know he has the ability to do it. See that right there? Those flashes of jabs coming from Chattertown. Why can't Jessie do that?
Keep sticking, baby.
Phipps getting out of the way of that left hand, from Mandapat after one of those flicker jabs that you referenced. Good upper body movement here from Phipps.
I'll tell you what, man, I'm going to ask Phipps for a glove after this fight. I'm loving these gloves. I need one of those.
About 10 seconds here of round 2. Another good one for Cornelio Phipps, and that may be the exclamation mark on the round.
Relax, box. Everything's going to happen the way you want it. Paint the picture, all right? I need to use that jab, all right? You ain't no need to do all that, all right? Train them, set it up. Use the jab, make them drop down. You're fighting too high, okay? So I need you here. Step out. Use the jab. Train them. On the inside, punch with one hand or the other hand. Left or right, okay?
Jessie Mandapat in his corner with all these secrets. Can't hear none of his coach saying to him. Look, coach whispering in his ear. Look at this exchange right here. Big exchange. Look, it was initiated by Jessie, but he got wide, he got sloppy, and he got caught a couple of times. That big right hand right there, a little shorter from Phipps. Might have done a little bit more damage, but that was a good exchange from both guys right there. And to your point of him not being afraid to punch. Now, you know, a lot of guys would be gun shy after that kind of stoppage that he sustained.
I think it's rather fitting, Sean, that Cornelio Phipps trains out of the Straight 2-3 Boxing Club in Oxnard, Pennsylvania. That's basically what he's been throwing all night here, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. A little wider than I like for them to be, but nonetheless, he is out hustling and out working Mandapat. It's a good 1-2 coming from Mandapat. A little more, yeah, just stick with the fundamentals and the basics from the outside.
All right, let's welcome Ray Flores back in. Ray was in the corners between rounds. What are you hearing?
Well, from Phipps' corner is that you mentioned about fundamentals for Mandapat, but that's exactly what they're saying for Phipps. They want him to keep putting the jab upon Mandapat, and also they want more of a focus on attacking the body of Mandapat from Phipps.
Both men focusing on attacking just in general right now. Another exchange there. And again, Phipps just getting the best of these.
Big exchange, two of them. Look, we're only in the third round, and I feel like Phipps has slowed down a little bit between the first and now these last 2 rounds. He's slowing down just a little bit. Mandapat, either that or Mandapat's picking up his work rate, which I really like coming from him. Ooh, it gets rough in there. Good combination coming from Jessie.
Mandapat starting to stabilize a little bit, getting a little bit more active on the outside. Mandapat looking for that uppercut.
And a counter hook as well coming from Mandapat. I don't like that. This guy's coming straight in, and you're trying to catch him with a looping shot. Like he just missed right there with a hook. It'll never happen. Straighten your shots up, Mandapat. Work from the outside. A jab right there. See that? I mean, Corey, I kind of know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying. Look at that.
I think they hire you for a reason.
Man, we got some really big and good exchanges from both these guys.
This is the best round of the fight thus far for Mandapat.
Absolutely. You know what I like? I like fights that are tactical, but also you got action. It's entertaining, you know? I don't like a fight that's just completely tactical, punch for punch, exchanging. And I also don't like those brawls, which is all out. I'm hitting you, you're hitting me.
Well, you also have to like 6-rounders where adjustments are being made in that short timetable. You don't have time. You don't have a couple rounds to give away to figure out what you're doing wrong. Mandapat has made an adjustment on the fly here in the third round.
I truly do think that Chatter Time has helped Jessie with this adjustment, and he's a little more comfortable and confident now from boxing from the outside. But guess what? He's got the time.
Take a look in the Mandapat corner.
Get that jab going. Go on the outside and watch his overhand wrap, but pop that jab. Okay, pop that jab and drop that left. Okay? Okay? Your combinations for the inside is looking good. Okay?
Now, this was the best round, as you said, Corey. Good exchanges from both these guys. But look at this. Look at this. Mandapat starting to control Phipps a little bit. This is a good exchange. I feel like Phipps right there, that hook right there. He finished that exchange. But look, Jessie fighting with him. And again, as we said before, when you sustain a big knockout like Jessie did, you normally don't come back into the next fight willing to brawl and go at it the way that Jessie is. So credit to him for that. And not only that, a good round from him. You see that hook and that hook, that uppercut and that hook right there at the end of that.
Were basically coming alive in the third round. How fitting. Tells the story of his first sparring session where he didn't throw any punches for the first 2 rounds. Then in round 3 came alive, and he is firing away here in the 4th round.
This is what I'm talking about. What are my keys to the dub? Stay active, Jessie. Stay active. You see him not willing to back down and just allow Phipps to get in on him. He's fighting back, and I like that. Phipps, on the other hand, what's his adjustment now, Corey? His adjustment is to get back to the basics. Getting too wide, getting too wild.
Exciting fight thus far here between Phipps and Mandapat. Mandapat gets clipped with a good left hook there from Phipps.
2 straight lefts coming right there from Mandapat.
Again, that knockout loss last time out to Jose Ramirez, certainly in the back of everyone's mind for Mandapat. And it was in the midst of these exchanges where he did get caught last time out. But I think, again, as we referenced earlier, Sean, the fact that he isn't gun shy, it's probably a better sign than the alternative, right?
Absolutely.
If you were being too cautious tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree 100%. He's not being cautious. He's not exactly throwing it all out there, but at the same time, he's willing to fight. And that's the bottom line here. Most times when guys are gun shy, they no longer fight. They no longer have that fight in them, and they just simply lose boring fights. This fight's entertaining. And Corey, you know I'm a moviegoer. I love making predictions.
Yep.
And I'm usually not wrong. My prediction in this one, I think Phipps is slowing down. Phipps is allowing Mandapat to get control and stay in control. Ooh, big hook right there. Barring something big happening from Phipps, I got a feeling Jessie's going to close the distance on this scorecard right here. I have Phipps up 2 rounds to 1.
So you think it's starting to snowball the other way?
There it is.
Yeah.
There it is.
Well, this pace certainly favors Mandapat.
And straight 1-2 coming from Mandapat. Just the basics. Just the fundamentals.
And Mandapat may not have the physical advantages that BoxRec suggests, but he is bigger and longer and is working well on the outside here.
And listen, it's clear that he can take a shot. Both these guys can take a punch, you know. And if Jessie can continue to stand up to what Phipps is bringing, he's going to make this a really, really hard fight for Phipps as this thing goes on.
10 seconds here of round 4. Nice right hook there from Mandapat. And that may be the last word of the round. Jessie Mandapat working his way back into this fight.
You can feint him all day. Feint him, all right? Feint him. He's going back like that. He's up around, all right? I need you to double up on that, all right? Keep down. I need you down low. The fight way too high.
Full of big exchanges. You got good stuff on the outside, but then there's big exchanges like this right here. And it's almost clear to see who's not finishing any exchange. I mean, when you think one guy's got it, the other guy comes right back. These are really good exchanges. It's going to make it really hard for the judges to judge this fight. I felt like Jessie really controlled this fight, or this round here. You see him taking small steps back, as I was saying earlier in this fight, and he's maintaining that range, and he's able to hit Phipps a little more than he was in the first 2 rounds.
So 2 to go here between Cornelllio Phipps and Jessie Mandapat, and it may boil down to these final 2 rounds.
It is definitely going to boil down to these last 2 rounds, and I think Phipps has got to stay strong, stay poised, and maintain that kind of output that he had in the first 2 rounds. I'm willing to bet that he might have blown that load a little bit.
Phipps stepping in with that right hand to the body. A little bit more urgency in the body language of Phipps already this round.
But it got sloppy. That more than anything is what I've seen transition in the last 2 rounds, almost 3 now, is, things for Phipps has gotten sloppy where he's kind of rushing in and definitely not as accurate as he was in the first 2 rounds.
All right, let's welcome Ray Flores back in. Ray, what are you hearing in the corners?
I talked to the corner of Jessie Mandapat, and they said that they think the fight is getting closer, but they are baiting Phipps in to try to come in and make mistakes himself, and they want Jessie to utilize his legs, but make him pay as Phipps is coming on the inside. So they are setting traps for Phipps to come in the inside so Mandapat can counter and also keep him at distance as well.
Thank you so much, Ray.
I like that. That's good information. Jessie is at a point now where I think, if anything, Phipps in his corner, they feel like there's a sense of urgency that needs to be had here. If he's able to take that short step back, counter with an uppercut, that's a big, clean punch. But they got to also understand that Phipps is coming in with 2s and 3s, not just 1.
I mean, the other thing I took away from Mandapat's corner there, from what Ray told us, is that there's a realism in that corner. They're saying,
absolutely,
we're getting closer in this fight. There's an acknowledgement that those first 2 rounds didn't go well, but now it could be even on the cards.
Who is that in his corner? Is that his dad in his corner?
In Mandapat's corner, you mean?
Yeah.
It's Cornelllio Phipps has his dad in the corner, Dwayne
right.
Phipps, yeah.
And no, both coaches, I can tell the way that Jesse, his dad here, Jesus, the way he's coaching them, I can tell there's a more connection there than just a coach and a fighter. And you know, when your son's in your corner, it's a little easier to be realistic.
Final 30 seconds here of round 5.
Good defense there from Jesse.
Razor thin fight here between Phipps and Mandapat.
This space right here, that's all that Jesse needed in this fight. Phipps is giving him his space to operate, giving him his space to think, and it's benefited Mandapat more than Jesse, more than Phipps.
I'll do it for round 5. 1 to go between Phipps and Mandapat.
Hey, listen, I don't want you going back on the straight line, all right? Y'all make sure you get to my left, all right? You step around. You got to keep dropping there. Watch your arms.
Here's feeling both these guys saving a little bit for this last round. Definitely Phipps. Jazz from the outside coming from Jesse this round. Over the time, Phipps, he got caught with a big right hand right there. Over the time, Phipps much better heading into the last round than he was able to early in this fight. I like this right here. Trying to force the action. That's what I'm talking about. As this fight rears its end, do everything you can do to take control.
6th and final round. And the fight could be hanging in the balance here as Cornelio Phipps comes right out of his corner with a right hand.
I'm like, damn, how you come to the middle of the ring and get caught with a right hand? Not helping my case. I don't want to be wrong. Good jab from Jesse.
Cornelio Phipps using those fancy gloves that you like so much. An aspiring clothing designer, by the way. I think that is probably why his gear is as good as it is.
Hey, the gear looks nice. I'm getting a glove.
All right, let's send it over to Ray Flores, who was in the Mandapat corner.
To the left, all right? That's right. To get the left attack off the angles right there.
Do you think it's a close fight?
Yeah, it's definitely close.
How important is this to remain undefeated against a quality opponent?
That's overrated. Undefeated stuff is overrated. I think, you want to fight good fights if you want to, be successful.
Back to you, Corey.
Good exchange here, and my apologies. That was, of course, the Phipps corner that Ray was in. And obviously an acknowledgement there from the Phipps corner that, hey, this is a close fight. And that undefeated record could be hanging in the balance here.
And that's what I like to hear, though, man. I want you to be honest. I want you to be direct. Don't beat around the bush and, play the, we're winning this, where this is a blowout, Both corners are doing a good service to their fighters.
Good sequence there from Phipps a moment ago. An uppercut to the body and a nice slapping left hook as well. Those lead right hands connecting in this final round as Mandapat lands a flush left hand of his own.
Listen, look at this. That was 3 straight lefts in a row. Beautiful boxing right there, because if the first one doesn't land, the second one will. The third definitely will. Why? Because it's like counting 1s and 2s. After that 2 comes, we're supposed to go back to 1. Jesse went 2, 2, 2. It's good boxing.
Final 45 seconds of the contest.
Shift them gears, baby.
Jesse Mandapat trying to snatch the undefeated record of Cornelio Phipps.
Nice work.
Remember, it wasn't long ago that Mandapat was the undefeated prospect. And make it 2, make it 3.
Yeah, and then the grab. Don't get greedy. Don't get greedy. Just do what you got to do. That's good boxing right here. Look at Jesse growing up in front of our eyes.
Final moments of the contest. Jesse Mandapat, after a rocky start, is hoping that he has pulled this one off. Well, that is a well-matched competitive fight, Sean.
Yeah, absolutely. Very good boxing match. A lot of close rounds, big exchanges. That's a good boxing match, man. The fans got to treat on this one. Everybody watching live on the zone, they got to treat with this one.
Now let's take a look back at some of the highlights from this contest, and it was a good one.
Yeah, early on, Cornelllio Phipps came out. He established that he was going to be aggressive. He was going to take the fight at Jessie, and caught Jessie early with some big stuff. I think we got a big right hand right there coming from Phipps. Yep, right there. There it was. Looked like the thing could have been over, but look at that. Jessie not being afraid to fight back. A lot of times, guys aren't willing to do that. They want to grab, they want to run, they want to move. Right there, Jessie feeling like, hey, I'm in the fire. I got to throw with this fire. Jessie weathered some early storms. Big right hands and big left hooks coming from Phipps. But I think what happened with Phipps is he just simply threw a lot in those first 2 rounds. And that was all he had. Never really had more adjustments. Didn't have using the whole ring. Didn't have a good basic jab from the outside that could control the range. As we can see right here, as this fight continued to go on, Jessie started to take control. Jessie started to back up Phipps. Nice little straight lefts right there. Remember at one point he ended up catching Phipps with 3 straight lefts in a row. Like, damn, that's good boxing. Very good boxing match right there. Guess what I got?
How do you have it?
I got 4-2. Which way?
You have it for Mandapat?
I ain't no judge, but I don't like being wrong either.
All right, well, let's put it in the hands of the real judges, shall we? The scores are in the hands of Lupe Contreras.
Ladies and gentlemen, after going all 6 rounds, inside the Red Owl Boxing Ring, the official scorecard reads as follows. Judge Kai scores it 59-55 in favor of Phipps. Judge Sandoval, 58-56 in favor of Mandapat. And Judge Faberstein scores about 58-56 in favor of the winner by way of split decision. Still undefeated, Cornelllio Phipps.
So Cornelllio Phipps hangs on to the undefeated record. You heard the scores, 59-55 and 58-56 for Phipps. 58-56 the other way for Mandapat. That reflected your score, Sean.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on the scores?
I mean, clearly a close fight. A lot of big exchanges. A lot of big punches landed by both these guys. Hard to really see.
All right, we're going to hear from Cornelllio Phipps, who's standing by with Ray Flores.
All right, we are with still undefeated Cornelllio Phipps. Cornelllio, how do you assess your performance tonight? What a battle that you had against Jessie Mandapat.
Thank you. I want to thank God and everything that had me in this opportunity to fight on this card on the zone and everything. But the question was again?
I said your thoughts on getting the split decision victory against a very tough and determined Jessie Mandapat.
It was good. It's good on papers and everything. I think I did good standing there with another opponent. Well, I have a great record like him and showing my skill on the big stage right now. So I feel really good about it.
What do you feel was the key to you pulling out the victory here tonight? He was very determined, but obviously you brought your best and remained perfect.
We've been working it all in the gym, sparring these top amateurs for this fight. So our game plan was like mostly using jab, getting around him. So I was doing that towards other rounds, but I should have used more of my jab and more of my angle to the left side of him. But he pulled it out with a nice jab. I know that.
How much did you learn in this matchup?
I learned a lot, keeping my head off the line and everything. A lot. I know I got to work up in the gym more, my angles and stuff, being more effective with my punches.
Congratulations on the victory.
Thank you. And I want to thank everybody back home. I want to thank my daughter, back home. Like, this fight is really for her because I have a daughter now. So I miss her. I wish she was here right now, but she couldn't come.
All right, congratulations on the victory, and we look forward to seeing you in the near future.
Thank you. PA, stand up. We're in the backyard with it.
Cornelio Phipps victorious, remaining undefeated. Corey, back to you.
So Phipps